Bob, just for you. Just for you.
Bob Izumi is with us. Some fish stories. He's at the boat
You gotta
show
love
at the
Led
RBC
Zeppelin.
Convention Center.
I was a fan before, but now that I hear you're a classic rock fan, I truly am not worthy. Listen, you have to be besieged all the time by your fans saying, all right, what's the secret? What's the trick? Because, you are a fishing legend, and a fishing legend, may I just point out, who has won tournament after tournament after tournament. So let's pick a couple of species, and if you could give our listeners a couple of tips. So catfish really big in this region. What would you use to go after cats?
Well, anything dead and stinky on the bottom catches catfish. That's an easy one. They're not hard to catch, especially because it's all catch and release for those monster cats you have north of the city here. But the funny thing is how I like to approach fishing is very simple, and for my close friends that know me, the word simple usually comes to mind. What I do is I look at it this way: either the fish are active or inactive or somewhere in between, and we approach fishing for pretty well every species. They're either active and you can catch them on horizontal type baits through the water, and if they're inactive, you try to hit them on the head in a smaller strike zone and work areas slow and methodical. And that's really the simplest form of catching fish is don't do the same thing. Mix it up if you've got a few people out there fishing with you.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
The biggest fish I ever caught was a small fish. Okay, it was a 300-pound marlin in Australia off the Great Barrier Reef. But you know what? When I got it to the boat after about an hour, the captain apologized and said, "Sorry, Bob, you caught a rat." I said, "A rat?" And he goes, "Yeah, we get excited when they're grander, 1,000-pounder." So my biggest fish was a 300-pound marlin, which was a small one.
Wow.
Actually, I caught a 375-pound shark, too, a blue shark. So,
Favorite place to fish?
in the Amazon for peacock bass.
Nice.
And not the safest place in the world, but the fish are absolutely crazy. They hit surface lures that are a foot long. It's like somebody throwing a great big chunk of concrete in the water when they explode on a lure. And it's like you better not have heart issues when you're fishing, because exciting fishing, hot weather, everything I like,
Bob Izumi, you're going to be able to see him at the Mid-Canada Boat Show at the Convention Center this weekend. Such a treat and a pleasure. So
well, it's always nice to, see fellow anglers, here in Winnipeg. And I love your weather report. You said there's a warming trend now. I was listening. And but good news, colder weather's coming. I think I got.
Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us.